What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update. If you want to stay up to date first and fast on YouTube with all the latest Manchester City transfer news this winter throughout the January winter transfer window, then we're doing daily Manchester City transfer updates here. So make sure you've subscribed with your notifications on so you're notified immediately for when I do upload. Social media links are in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. 300 likes is the aim, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say with regards to these transfers. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor. Like all my transfer updates, they're brought to you by Manscaped.
This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the premium global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Manscaped provide the best tools, equipment and liquids for every body part. They have been kind enough to send me the new Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a cordless trimmer with a wireless charging system, providing 90 minutes on one full charge on the lithium-ion battery. The trimmer has LED lights on the front to show battery life, and also on the trimmer for a more precise shave. Ceramic blades with skin-safe technology are provided to help reduce nicks and cuts. 4 trimmer guard options are also available to customize your hair length. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, allowing for easy cleanup. A new travel lock feature is built in to prevent vibrations whilst on the go. So come and join me and 2 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped when it comes to keeping yourself clean and tidy. Use code JSGC for 20% off and free worldwide shipping.
Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Go and check them out. Links and details in the description. Remember, use code JSGC at checkout and you'll get 20% off your basket. So let's crack on with this video. Just one story to speak about, and it comes in the form of an update on Bernardo Silva. Now, whilst we speak about ins and we speak about Jude Bellingham and a potential Jude Bellingham saga, which is brewing very nicely, I've never had to deal with an out segment that's had a saga as well, but Bernardo Silva definitely is heading there, flirting with that a couple of summers ago, flirted with it again last summer, it's bubbling away again in January, and I'm expecting it to blow up in the summer as well, with our first ever out saga with Bernardo Silva. Now, Fabrizio Romano has given an update on Bernardo Silva. More specifically, he's been asked about what Barcelona's chances are of signing Bernardo Silva. Now, Fabrizio Romano is one of the most reliable transfer sources out there. He's very careful because he goes on his accuracy. He's very careful about what he says. He doesn't want anything to be inaccurate, and he's been speaking about Bernardo Silva and his update, and he has said that right now, definitively, Barcelona cannot afford Bernardo Silva. If they sell players, they potentially could afford Bernardo Silva. However, it's going to take quite a few player sales. The bigger problem, even before you even dip into transfer funding and their finance, the bigger problem that they face at Barcelona is their wage bill, because they bring players in and then it can take weeks, even months, for players to be registered to their club. And it must be frustrating being a new signing for Barcelona, that you sign for them, you're excited, you're willing to do whatever it takes to get into the team. You're playing for a prestigious European club, you're playing for one of the biggest teams in the world, you're playing for arguably the biggest team in Spain. I'm sure Real Madrid would disagree with that. You'd just be signing for them, you'd be raring to go, yet players are having to wait weeks to be registered to the Barcelona squad for them to be able to play in La Liga and to be able to play in the Champions League. And it's all to do with financial fair play, and it's all to do with their finances and their wage bill. Now, they don't have 2 pennies to rub together to pay for a actual transfer fee. This is what's happened with Ferran Torres. They'd pay it in instalments too. And I'm sure if Real Madrid were willing to pay £70 million for Bernardo Silva, I'm sure if Barcelona came and said, we'll be willing to maybe make that 75, even £80 million, we won't pay you an upfront fee, we'll pay you £20 million per year for the next 4 years over instalments, would you accept that? Man City have got brilliant relations with Barcelona. We've got Chiqui, who's the former Barcelona chief, who's in charge at Manchester City. We've got Pep Guardiola as well, well. We've got a lot of Catalan influence here at Manchester City. I'm sure if Barcelona came forward with an offer that Man City would want to accept, then they'd be able to sign Bernardo Silva. But before they even get into that position of finance, Man City probably would want a fee up front of some kind too, but also their wage structure too. They make it so difficult to be able to bring a player in. They've got so many players on big money. They're having to always renegotiate contracts. They've even seen a massive player in Lionel Messi and a massive player off their wage structure leave, and yet they're still miles above where they want to be. So they're having to just decrease that wage bill all the time. So bringing in players on big money like Bernardo Silva, it potentially would require Bernardo Silva to be able to take a pay cut from Manchester City to join Barcelona, which I'm not too sure Bernardo Silva would do. Now, what Fabrizio Romano has said is basically what I've just said, but more summarised in just a sentence or two. Has just said that for Barcelona to sign Bernardo Silva, they need to sell players, they need to clear their wage bill, and they need to raise funds through player sales to make that transfer happen. Now, the only way I can see this transfer potentially happening is if Barcelona do clear some of their wage bill and they can afford to put Bernardo Silva on maybe £150,000-200,000 per week, which is probably what he's on at Manchester City. I don't know the finer details of Bernardo Silva's contract, but if they did manage to make that happen, then there is the possibility of making a transfer happen through player swaps. And I look at Barcelona's squad, and they're not going to want to part ways with many of the players. Now, one player I think might be of interest to Manchester City and keep an eye on was a player linked with Manchester United last summer, is Frenkie De Jong. I rate him. He's a very good ball distributor. I think he'd be very good at Manchester City, and I think he'd be a pretty good contingency if Jude Bellingham doesn't choose Manchester City or he chooses to stay at Borussia Dortmund. You know, anything can happen. If you need a contingency and Bernardo Silva wants to leave, then I think an option to be explored would be Frenkie De Jong. I think he's a good player, but I would like to know your thoughts of that in the comments below. But right now, Bernardo Silva signing for Barcelona, described by transfer expert Fab Rom as being pretty unrealistic for now and pretty unrealistic for the summer as well. Like I said, saga, I'll keep my eyes and ears open. Real Madrid, we know, are interested, could be willing to pay up to £70 million. Still waiting for word on if PSG might be interested in Bernardo Silva, or any other interest, of course, from around Europe. One thing I'm certain of is if Bernardo Silva does leave Manchester City, it won't be for another Premier League club. Now, Fabrom did also mention the potential of a new contract for Bernardo Silva. It's not necessarily like he's unhappy at Manchester City, it's just he sees this as his last chance for him to make a big move before he ends up getting to the age of 32, and he says he wants to go back to Benfica. In Man City could sit down and say to Bernardo Silva, it's fine, we'll give you a contract until you're 32 and then you can leave to go to Benfica, that's fine. And Bernardo Silva might say, that's fine, I'll stay here for another 4 years, but we'll see. If I do get any more developments, of course, I will keep you up to date through my daily Manchester City transfer series running throughout all of the January winter transfer window. So make sure you have subscribed to my channel, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're nearing in on 28k subscribers, just over 100 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. TikTok link also in the description if you want to go and follow me on there too. Email also in the description if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 300 likes once more is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below too of your thoughts. Frenkie De Jong in a swap deal with Bernardo Silva. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, big shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring this transfer update once more. Go and check them out. Links and details in the description. Remember, Manscaped's giving me promo code JSGC. Use that at checkout and you'll get 20% off your basket. Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this transfer update and all my transfer updates throughout the daily Manchester City transfer series in January. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the next daily Manchester City transfer update, as well as all my other Manchester City content too. Lots of videos for you guys to enjoy. So I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everybody's safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.